CultureShare is backstage. There's a bundle of activity taking place here. This is Champs in Concert, program put on annually by TRINBAGO. We are happy to have in our company TRINBAGO's President OWEN SERRETTE and the External Relations Officer Keith DIAZ. We want to get a few comments from these gentlemen. Owen, first off, tell us what is TRINBAGO all about and how long have you all been formed?
Okay, TRINBAGO is an organization that represents all steel bandsmen in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension all steel bandmen throughout the world. The organization was set up to seek the interests of the steel bands. So we are set up by an act of parliament. That means we are set up by statute, by law, and we have certain functions to perform by law. We are doing one of these functions tonight, and that is putting on a concert. This is a
grand show you guys have here. All the winners, everybody in winners row is here. A grand crowd, the grandstand is packed, so to the north stand, and it must be a happy occasion for you guys, yes?
Oh yes, it is. It has always been, because this show, we like the most that this show is the premier show of Carnival, and the show that ends off the Carnival season. This is the last of the last lap.
Right. Let me bring Keith into the picture here. Keith, tell us a little bit about some of the aims and objectives of TRINBAGO as it relates to the younger minds and to the future, kind of procuring the future of the steel band movement.
What I like to say is that TRINBAGO really started way back in 1949. It was really not TRINBAGO at that time, it was the Steel Band Association of Trinidad and Tobago. And we had Sidney Gollop and Nathaniel Critchlow and quite a number of the old steel bandmen came together and said, well, let's have an organization. And that's where we are today. Now, we have quite a number of steel band pioneers in this country. They come back home at this time to participate in the PANORAMA and steel band activities in Trinidad and Tobago. And they are here and they are happy to be here. They have go throughout the world, like the late Ziggly, who we honor here tonight. We have Andrew Pandilabastate, we have Sterling Bettencourt, we have Fillmore Booth Davidson, who died, the late Fillmore Booth Davidson from London, and we have Ellie Manette, who is in the United States. Quite a number of old steel band people who we pay tribute to from time to time.
I should let you all know that CultureShare is beamed 6 times a week through London on Identity TV and as well on channels 44 and 54 in the Tri-State area in New York. What has your movement been doing with regard to projecting the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago to shores abroad?
Okay, we have been touching base with organizations, not only both in London and New York, and by extension, Europe and the rest of the United States of America.
Are you satisfied that you all are making the kind of inroads that you would like?
Oh, not necessarily. What we are doing is that we are at the present time restructuring our constitution to make way for the wider international scope of PAN. There are people who are doing good jobs both in London and in New York as far as the promotion of the steel band is concerned. And our aim and our objective is, whilst we have to lead, we are also making a supportive role in that we are supporting the people who keep the thing going abroad. So that we are hoping that in the near future, our objective, the major objective, is to have PAN known internationally. And you'll be surprised to know that is not so at the present time.
Yeah.
So we are hoping very soon that this will be done.
What is happening with documentation of data related to the history of the steel band movement? What are you all doing about that? That is critical because a number of people are producing publications out there with a lot of inaccurate stuff, and we need to guard against that. What are you all doing about that? Keith, probably I should show that in your corner.
Well, we at TRINBAGO, we are putting something in place. We are, according to our president here, under his strong leadership, we have just going to an area of having the history being written by Mr. Teddy Belgrave and with other people going back in history to get detailed process of the steel band development through the years. So this is a very hard and long process, but we are at it and we are going to work at it to make this a possibility for the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Owen, in wrapping up, the long-standing major question with the steel band as an international instrument is the question of standardization. Where are we at this point with that standardization thing so that we can ready ourselves for the international acceptance of the instrument?
Okay, at the present time, we have an ongoing committee going on with the question of standardization with the Standards Bureau. And we are at the point where we have come to some kind of agreement and standardization of the frontline instruments. We are now yet to work on the background instruments. We know this is an important thing, and we do not want to impose standardization. For instance, standardization is not necessarily standardization of note placement. We have standardization of the heat, standardization of the metal. We have already done the standardization of the metal, standardization of the rubber, standardization of the sticks. So that we are doing it one step at a time. And we are hoping that within the next 5 years or so, before the turn of the century, that we will have a whole standardized steel band, and all the instruments would fall into some kind of a standard. And we know how important it is, and we are pushing ahead along with that.
CultureShare has been privileged to share these few moments with OWEN SERRETTE and DIAZ of Trinbago. We're very delighted that we can be here to be a part of this exercise, and we want to take this opportunity to thank these gentlemen for being with us on CultureShare, and we want to wish them continued success in all that they're doing with the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. Gentlemen, thanks again.
All right, thank you for having us.
Thank you.